Oh wow, today's a big day. Hi, it's so good to see you musicians. Welcome back to the music room. You know that new rhythm we've been working on? That uneven rhythm with 3 sounds over 2 beats? New rhythm. Short, long, short. We're gonna find out what it looks like, what it's called, and how to draw it. Today is a really big day, and we're gonna get started right away. But first, are you subscribed? Would you please make sure that you are subscribed so you never miss one of these fun rhythm lessons in the music room? Here we go. Let's get started. Just sing along with us. Don't want your weevily wheat, don't want your barley. Take some flour in half an hour, and bake a cake for Charlie. I don't know who Charlie is, but he's in a lot of songs. Don't want your weevily wheat. Weevily wheat is wheat that has gone so bad that it has weevils in it. Ugh, that doesn't sound good at all. Don't want your weevily wheat, don't want your barley. Take some flour in half an hour and bake a cake for Charlie. Now the verse of this song is kind of funny. It's some math, but I'm not trying to teach you. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. This song and game was made up by kids. Probably they were right at that time where they were learning their times tables. And it goes like this. 5 times 5 is 25. Just keep adding hands as you go. Here we go. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. Now we're going to go down. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. Would you try that all the way up and down? 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. Now we're going to go all the way around this way. Don't want your weevily wheat. Don't want your barley. Go the other way. Take some flour in half an hour and bake a cake for Charlie. 5 times 9 is 45. It continues. You ready? 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 11 is 55. 5 times 12 is 60. Don't want your weevily wheat. Don't want your barley. Take some flour in half an hour and bake a cake for Charlie. There are 2 verses. 5 times 5 is 25. And 5 times 9 is 45. Let's try the whole thing. Here we go. Don't want your weevily wheat. Don't want your barley. Take some flour in half an hour and bake a cake for Charlie. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. Don't want your weevily wheat. Don't want your barley. Take some flour in half an hour and bake a cake for Charlie. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 11 is 55. 5 times 12 is 60. Don't want your weevily wheat. Don't want your barley. Take some flour in half an hour and bake a cake for Charlie. Let's look at this part. Don't want your barley. Hey, that has another one of our short, long, short rhythms in it. Don't want your barley. Tee, 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 ta, ta. Don't want your barley. Would you clap that with me? No singing. Let's try that. Let's do that 3 times in a row. Here we go. Tee, 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 ta. What song did we just clap? Yeah, Alabama Gal. I don't know how, I don't know how, I don't know how, Alabama Gal. Well, let's learn more about that rhythm, and today we're going to learn what that short, long, short rhythm is really called. Would you clap Alabama Gal with me? Here we go. I don't know how, I don't know how, I don't know how, Alabama Gal, rest. Right here is where we're looking today. Our voice on don't, isn't that continuing? I'll show you what I mean. I don't know how. It's not I don't know how. Instead it's I don't know how. So I'm gonna start by drawing a hold line next to each of these don'ts. Let's try it. Here we go. I don't know how, I don't know how, I don't know how, Alabama Gal. If this T is connected to this T because we keep singing it, then we need to draw a tie that connects both T's. Isn't that the same over here? We draw a tie to connect each of those T's. It makes it sort of look like a happy face. And now we can read it like this. T T T ta ta, T T T ta ta. Would you try that with me? T T T ta ta, T T T ta ta, T T T ta ta, T T T T ta, rest. But if you take a T and a T and you put it together, it becomes a ta. So if we take this T and put it together, it becomes a ta. That means we have to fix a few things. First, I have to separate these TTs. I'm going to erase this flag, erase this whole thing and the tie because it has become a ta. And now this flag falls down like a T flag. We've talked about that. And this T flag has to blow in the musical winds that always go this direction, down here like this. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Separate the T's. I'm going to turn this into a ta, erase this one all together, erase the tie, and now I'm going to make that into a flag, make this into a flag, but I'm going to make it go the way the musical winds go. Right here, I'm going to do the same thing, like this. Ti-ta, ti-ta, ta, ti-ta, ti-ta, ta, ti-ta, ti-ta, ta, ti-ti-ti-ti-ta, rest. But musicians have a special way of calling this 2-beat rhythm that is uneven. We call it Syn-co-pa. Syn-co-pa, because it's syncopated, syncopated, Syn-co-pa. We read the whole thing like this. Syn-co-pa ta ta, Syn-co-pa ta ta, Syn-co-pa ta ta, ti 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 ta. Rest. Would you sing the whole thing with me? Here we go. Syn-co-pa ta ta, Syn-co-pa ta ta, Syn-co-pa ta ta, ti 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 ta. Rest. The first time you hear about Syn-co-pa, it sounds a little foreign, but it's a great way of reading that rhythm. Read this rhythm out loud with me. Ready, go. Syn-co-pa ta ta. And this one, and ready, go. Ti-ti-ta, Syn-co-pa. How about this one? Ready, go. Syn-co-pa ta, rest. And this one, here we go. Ta, rest, Syn-co-pa. Not Syn-co-pa, but Syn-co-pa. Try that again. Ta, rest, Syn-co-pa. Ready, Anna? Here we go right now. Syn-co-pa, tika-tika-ta. Do you remember tika-tika? Let's try that again. Ready, go. Syn-co-pa, tika-tika-ta. Do you remember ta? Ready, go. Ta, Syn-co-pa. Ready, go. Syn-co-pa, ti-ti-ta. 1, 2, and this one go. Ta-ta, Syn-co-pa. 1, 2, this one go. Syn-co-pa ta. Thank you for reading rhythms with me. I've got a folk song from Canada from about 100 years ago. That sounds really cool. Land of the silver birch, home of the beaver, where still the mighty moose wanders at will. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. I will return once more. Syn-co-pa ti ti ta. Try that with me. Syn-co-pa ti ti ta. I will return once more. And the last part, boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. Try from the beginning. Land of the silver birch, home of the beaver, where still the mighty moose wanders at will. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. And verse 2. Down in the forest, deep in the lowland, my heart cries out for the hills of the north. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. High on a rocky ledge, I'll build my wigwam, close by the water's edge, silent and still. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. When we sing it with another song you'll know, let's just sing verse 1, which is land of the silver birch, home of the beaver, where still the mighty moose wanders at will. And then the chorus. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. This isn't a tribal song, but it has a very organic feeling to it with this wooden flute. Do you know that? Land of the silver birch, home of the beaver, where still the mighty moose wanders at will. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. Didn't that fit really well? What song was that? Canoe song. Let's try that again.
Dip, dip, and swing.
Here we go. Land of the silver birch, home of the beaver, where still the mighty moose wanders at will. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom da da boom 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 da da boom 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 da da boom boom boom. Those two songs from Canada, Land of the Silver Birch and Canoe Song, both were written right around 1920 in Canada, and they're just so beautiful together. My paddle's keen and bright, I will return once more. They even have some of the same rhythms. We'll sing them together another time. Wow, that was great learning our new rhythm, Syn-co-pa. Short, long, short. It was great making music with you, clapping rhythms with you, learning new songs together, and I can't wait until we do it again next time in the music room. Bye-bye.